Hi guys, I'm Shandor, welcome to my cinema. Today I'm watching a Woody Allen movie again, his 1975 flick Love and Death. I watched Play It Again Sam and Midnight in Paris on this channel. I enjoyed both of them immensely, and just like with Play It Again Sam, this movie also stars Woody Allen and Diane Keaton, so this just cannot be bad. I think this is a period piece. Other than that, I know nothing about this movie, but so many of you have recommended this one to me, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be awesome, so let's not waste any more time. Here comes Love and Death. 3, 2, 1.
Absolutely incredible. To be executed for a crime I never committed.
Oh, that sucks.
Isn't all mankind ultimately executed for a crime it never committed?
Yes.
Uncle Nikolai with his wonderful laugh.
That is a wonderful laugh, for sure.
God, he was repulsive. Then there was Mother, who made the most delicious blintzes in the world.
What the... What the heck?
But I had a completely different concept of myself as a child. And that night I had a strange and vivid dream.
That is vivid, alright? Okay, this is just already, you know, this is just hilarious. This is hilarious.
Who are you?
Death.
What happens after we die? Is there a hell? Is there a God? Do we live again?
Good questions.
Finally, there was my cousin Sonia.
Diane Keaton.
In addition to being the most beautiful woman I had ever seen, she was one of the few people I could have deep conversations with.
What if we're just a bunch of absurd people who are running around with no rhyme or reason?
That is possible.
But if there is no God, well, then life has no meaning. Why go on living? Why not just commit suicide?
Well, let's not get hysterical. I could be wrong.
True.
I'd hate to blow my brains out and then read in the papers they found something.
All right, let's say that there is no God and each man is free to do exactly as he chooses. Well, what prevents you from murdering somebody?
Well, murder's immoral.
Immorality is subjective.
Yes, but subjectivity is objective.
But judgment of any system or a priori relation of phenomena exists in any rational or metaphysical or at least epistemological contradiction to an abstract and empirical concept such as being or to be or to occur in the thing itself or of the thing itself.
Wow. You know, the great thing about Woody Allen's movies and humor is that, you know, it can be very, very simplistic and just, you know, digestible for everyone, but at the same time, he always puts something in his movies that makes you think about existence or art or things like that, which is amazing.
Do you know he even bought me herring-scented cologne?
Jesus.
Really? That's probably why the cat follows you around.
Whose mind I respected, whose spirituality equaled mine, and who had the same, lustful appetite for sensual passion that drives me insane.
She is amazing.
You're an incredibly complex woman.
I guess you could say I'm half saint, half whore. I've been in love with your brother, Ivan.
Oh.
That's only not... Ivan? You're kidding. He can barely write his name in the ground with a stick. Don't get me wrong. I love him like a brother, just not one of mine.
You hear that commotion? What is that going on downstairs?
Oh my god. His writing is so snappy, you know, and it's just so smart. So smart.
Boris, you're a coward.
Yes, but I'm a militant coward.
Boris, medals. We get the medals.
Take it easy, will you, Ivan? You gotta cut down on your raw meat.
He'll go and he'll fight. And I hope they will put him in the front lines.
Thanks a lot, Mom. My mother, folks.
I'm going to take as my bride a woman I have grown up with. Anna Ivanova.
No, I forgot.
Ivan.
I'm sorry, I should have told you.
As I have been proposed to and have accepted the hand of Sergei Ivanovich Minskov.
Well.
I mean, Leonid Voskobek, the herring merchant.
So the movie is taking place during the Napoleonic Wars, apparently.
You're the worst soldier I ever seen! You ignoramus!
Ignoramus, sir.
You want a dishonorable discharge?
Yes, sir. Either that or a furlough.
Best training montage ever. He's talking to a herring.
I think what a mad, impetuous, wonderful fool he is. Don't.
I must.
We just ate.
Your skin, it is so beautiful.
Yes, I know. It covers my whole body.
That's good.
Come to my quarters tomorrow at 3.
I can't.
Please.
It's immoral. What time?
So who is to say what is moral?
Morality is subjective.
Subjectivity is
Yeah,
objective.
yeah.
Moral notions imply attributes to substances which exist only in relational duality.
Not as an essential extension of ontological existence.
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Terribly sorry.
Incredible.
Better go.
Sonia, please.
No, I mean
Sonia,
it.
darling.
It's incredible, you know. How can something be so smart and so silly at the same time? This is incredible.
That's the Countess Alexandrovna, one of the most enticing women in St. Petersburg. She's recently widowed.
They say her husband, the Count, died in her arms trying to satisfy her prodigious sexual desires.
No kidding. Died smiling, I bet. Who's the character with her with the wry mustache?
That's Anton Ivanovich Lebetkov, her current lover. Although the way she keeps staring at you.
Well, I'm sure I could work something out with him.
She's into him. This man is incredible, you know? I talk a lot about his writing and directing, but I mean, his acting is also just, you know, top-notch.
Who is this attractive and mysterious soldier?
Boris Grushenko. Ooh, sorry.
You must visit me for tea someday. I'm sure we'd have a lot to talk about.
It's okay with me. I'll bring the tea bags. You could run a quick check on your erogenous zones. What about the Dybbuk?
Why do you persist in taunting me in public?
And you, Sonia, my God, you look more beautiful standing here than you do in person.
Oh, Boris, I'm so unhappy.
Oh, I wish you weren't.
Voskovec and I quarrel frequently. I've become a scandal. Damn Voskovec. He's a man whose mentality has reduced all the beauty of the world to a small pickled fish.
Oh.
Boy, this army cooking will get you every time.
Come on. That is hilarious.
That looks completely different when you're in the middle of it than it does to the generals up on the hill.
That is... Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Wow.
The bullet has lodged in his heart.
Is it serious?
With proper
Yeah.
medical care, it could last another 10 minutes.
Wow.
I was going to fight a duel to defend your honor. A Turkish cavalry officer cast aspersions on it. He said you were sleeping around. I knew he was lying.
Nope.
That you were pure.
Nope.
The dead pass on, and life is for the living.
I guess you're right. What do you want to eat?
Let's go to Rikos.
No, not that. I feel like meat, right? What do you get to Rikos? You get a cheese sandwich.
It's not good for your health, you can't believe.
There's a tavern at the edge of the square makes a sausage that's wonderful.
Meanwhile, the war continued.
Such grief. Uh-oh.
As fate would have it, I landed on a group of French generals, causing their immediate surrender and making me a hero.
That's amazing.
My brother Ivan was not so lucky.
Oh.
I thought we should divide his letters. Do you want the vowels or the consonants?
Vowels. You keep the consonants.
Oh my God.
I wish there was some way I could show you my gratitude for what you've done for Russia.
I may be able to think of something.
Maybe we could meet in my room later this evening.
As you wish. Plus 5 minutes.
Well, what have we here?
Oh, still dating Laughing Boy, eh?
Back from the war, I see. I understand your heroism was quite inadvertent.
You should have such inadvertent heroism. That's telling him.
You're going to waste your time conversing with this strutting ass.
Careful. I think it's a trick question.
Fetch my carriage, Anton Lebedekoff. I'll join you momentarily. My room at midnight.
Perfect. Will you be there too?
Naturally.
Until midnight, then.
Midnight.
Make it 11:45.
Midnight.
Midnight, of course.
Hello.
How'd you like it?
Well,
It's all right. I prefer something sexy, but...
Shall we say pistols at dawn?
Well, we can say it. I don't know what it means, but we can say it.
I've insulted the honor of Countess Alexandrovna.
Why? I let her finish first. Are you scared of dying?
Scared is the wrong word. I'm frightened of it.
It's an interesting distinction.
Yeah.
I think I was made in God's image. Take a look at me. You think he wears glasses?
Not with those frames.
Non-existence. Black emptiness.
What'd you say?
I was just planning my future. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to fight a duel with Anton Lebedenkov. He's much better than I am at it, and I'll probably be killed. And I wanted to take this time, if I don't see you again, to say that I love you.
Why didn't you say something?
Would it have mattered?
Oh, of course not, darling.
then what's the point?
If by some miracle I'm not killed tomorrow, would you marry me? Die before the harvest. The crops, the grains, fields of rippling wheat. Wheat. All there is in life is wheat.
But I don't really love Boris. I mean, I love him, but I'm not in love with him.
Wheat. Lots of wheat.
This is
Fields of
hilarious.
wheat. A tremendous amount of wheat.
Or would I feel trapped, suffocated, can't breathe? Open a window. No, not that one. The one in the bathroom.
Yellow wheat, red wheat, wheat with
How were
feathers,
they able to
cream
film this without cracking
Poor
up?
boy, dueling with Anton Lebedenkov. By this time tomorrow morning, my beloved cousin Boris will look like a Swiss
They're
cheese.
just incredible together, you know? All the time.
Of course I'll marry you, Boris.
That was amazing.
Let's go back to my room and make love.
Nice idea.
Yep.
I'll bring the soy sauce. All right, I'll take these.
Just one. And God be with you both.
You listening?
I wonder how this is gonna go. Pretty sure something stupid is gonna happen. I'm really enjoying this movie, by the way.
2,
Oh,
3,
okay.
4, 5.
Tricky. Oh.
Does this come out from dry cleaning, or is this like gravy?
You must shoot.
No, I don't want to shoot.
You must. It's the law.
I'll shoot in the air. There. I fulfilled my obligation.
Hey, how's that? What the? How?
I've learned a great lesson here today.
Yes, me too. Never shoot up in the air when you're standing under.
You could have killed me, and you didn't. How can I ever repay you?
Well, you can start by getting off my toe.
Devote myself as I did in my childhood to my singing.
He's got a great voice, hasn't he? I should have shot him.
Yep.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Look at the kid. She's so happy. She's speechless.
Well.
He missed. He missed. He missed.
This movie is a lot sillier than Play It Again Sam was, for example. It's just as great, but it's very, very different, which is awesome.
At first, things were a little tense between us.
Oh, wow, whoa.
But after a while, she relaxed. Sometimes she actually had fun. Like the time she baked her first souffle. Money was scarce, and Sonia learned to make wonderful dishes out of snow. Sweetheart, it looks a little rare to me. Evenings, we played music together. And as time passed, I won her heart.
Did you?
Oh, Boris, I've never been so happy in my entire life. I love you, Boris, in a deeper way than I ever thought was possible.
Really? Those next months were the happiest time of my life.
Sped up shots. Yeah, this movie is really, really silly. But really, really good.
Listen, if you run into my wife, tell her I'm with you.
Goodbye, Kropotkin. If you get a chance, write.
Is this inspired by The Seventh Seal? I kind of have that vibe. I don't know.
As I dangled at the rope's end, I was suddenly seized with an urge to live. All I could think of was Sonia. I wanted to hold her close to me, weep tears on her shoulder, and engage in oral sex.
Sure.
We looked forward to the spring when we could have a child of our own. Little did we know.
War! Napoleon has invaded
Fantastic.
It's war! War!
Back on the battlefield.
I have an idea.
What?
Let's assassinate Napoleon.
Yeah, interesting. It's getting a little late. You want to start knitting dinner? The correct answer is flee. F-L-E-A. Flee.
F-L-E-A?
French occupied Moscow. His headquarters are there.
Sonia.
Two innocent-looking types like us could work our way in to see him and then shoot him.
Since when is murder a heroic act?
Violence is justified in the service of mankind.
Who said that?
Attila the Hun.
Murder carries with it a moral imperative that transcends any notion of inherent universal free will?
Ah, that is incredibly jejune.
They're so good.
Jejune.
So good.
And a famous human being, a successful one who earns more than I do. My God, you figure Napoleon, what? He's got to be good for 10,000 francs a week. That's minimum. And I'm just a worm, an insect, some kind of crawling, disgusting, creeping little vermin. You know you can stop me.
I will when I disagree.
Sonia, who are we to kill somebody?
Pardon me, could you tell me who those people are behind that screen?
That's Don Francisco of Spain and his sister. They're en route to meet Napoleon.
Who are you?
Just a humble servant who wishes to buy His Excellency a drink. Word has it, the Don is en route to visit Napoleon.
Word travels fast. Here today, gone tomorrow.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Your turn.
This is our first meeting with the great emperor.
That's all I wanted to know.
Uh-oh. That worked. Yep, she's out. Oh, this movie. I was expecting a lot of humor, but I didn't expect this much humor in this movie, you know? But at the same time, once again, there are some really, really smart things written into this movie.
That's why we've made up an obscure private from the ranks to look like you. Look.
How do you do, Your Highness?
Yeah.
He looks like me.
You're seeing him without his rug. With the Emperor out of the way, all that remains is to kill Don Francisco.
Uh-oh.
They call me mad, but one day when the history of France is
They're
written,
fighting in the
they will
background.
mark my name well. Sidney Applebaum.
Okay, yeah, you know, after having seen 3 of Woody Allen's movies, I can definitely say once again that his movies are definitely not for everyone, you know, but if you're receptive to his style, then you're in for a treat pretty much every time.
What are we gonna do?
I say we get out of here now.
I'm not leaving here until we shoot Napoleon. Here.
Oh, I see. Thanks. I'm the hitman.
Remember, you can't take any chances. Now make sure the barrel of the gun is pressed against his head or his chest.
So you are Don Francisco?
Yes, I have regards from your brother in Spain. Says you went away, you don't write, nothing. Comes a Friday night, he never hears from you. You took his razor, you never returned it.
This is an honor for me.
No, it's a greater honor for me.
No, a greater honor for me.
No, it's a greater honor for me.
No, a greater honor for me.
Well, perhaps you're right. Perhaps it is a greater honor for you.
And you must be Don Francisco's sister.
No, you must be Don Francisco's sister.
Come on, come on, come on.
No, you're Don Francisco's sister.
Shall we dine?
Oh, can we eat first?
It's interesting, you know, because this is like really, really silly, and I think if anyone else would have made this, it wouldn't work, but for some weird reason, just the combination of Woody Allen And Diane Keaton and Woody Allen's directing and, you know, just the acting and everything. It's just, it works.
I'll go to your room after dinner.
Good. I'll go to yours.
Oh.
Come in.
You are a temptress.
Oh, please, Excellency.
Call me Napoleon.
Good. You can call me Napoleon, too.
I've never met a woman like you. I could rest my head on your shoulder like this forever.
Yes, it sounds like it'd be fun, except for the grease mark. Excellency.
Oh, just a breeze.
A breeze?
The breeze with mice. Mice, what's the difference?
If I had a woman like you instead of my wife, I would conquer all of Europe.
He's so clumsy.
Every day is another encounter with death.
Oh yes, well, this is the price one pays for political power.
Yes, life at the top is hell, which is why I relish every minute with you, every second.
Oh my God, I'm laughing too much.
That's why the sooner we consummate the act of love.
Boris, we're not here on a vacation. Why? Why can't I do it?
Because it's morally wrong.
Interesting, going back to the morals once again.
Yes, there's a moral imperative involved here.
Yeah, where's the moral?
Don't you see it? By killing Napoleon, you're actually killing yourself because we're involved in a kind of total absolute.
You're being pantheistic again.
How is that pantheistic? How is that pantheistic? We all
They're
relate
breaking into
universally
this
to a giant oneness. Oh, you want to hit him? He's coming.
Philosophical
to
question
just
again.
give him a little shot. See, we're dealing with an ethical question here. What would Socrates say? All those Greeks were homosexuals. Boy, they must have had some wild parties.
Sure.
All men are mortal. See, all men are Socrates. That means all men are homosexuals.
No.
Oh, I'm not a homosexual.
See?
You know, some men are heterosexual and some men are bisexual and some men don't think about sex at all. You know, they become lawyers. My problem is that I see both sides of every issue. I'm too logical. You know, the world is not logical.
That is true.
But I'm developing a herpes on my lip here that is really killing me. What to do?
Man, he's such an incredible performer, you know? That was a great monologue, actually, and yeah, I absolutely love his writing, because...
Arrest this man for murder! Fortunately, he only killed an imposter.
I didn't do anything. Hey, take it easy, will you? You're bending my throat.
Ah, so that's why he was on, you know, death row. Well, there's your sign.
And at the last minute, before the execution, the Emperor plans to pardon you. You will not be executed.
We shall see. Rosen wedding, second floor. Russian dentist and Krushenko execution, main floor. Sure.
Ready? You guys want to move a little closer? You don't want to miss, you know. Looks bad on the report. Aim! Boy, the Emperor's really cutting it close. What a flair for the dramatic. That old sly boots. Fire!
Oh.
It's a very complicated situation, Cousin Sonia. Alexei loves Tatiana like a sister. Tatiana's sister loves Trigorin like a brother.
Sure, I'm following.
Trigorin's brother is having an affair with my sister, who he likes physically, but not spiritually.
Natasha, to love is to suffer. To avoid suffering, one must not love. But then one suffers from not loving.
Yeah.
Therefore, to love is to suffer, not to love is to suffer. To suffer is to suffer. To be happy, then, is to suffer, but suffering makes one unhappy. Therefore, to be unhappy, one must love, or love to suffer, or suffer from too much happiness. I hope you're getting this down. Look, it's Boris.
Hey, he survived? No, he didn't.
I got screwed.
How?
I don't know. Some vision came and said that I was going to get pardoned, and they shot me.
You were my one great love.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm dead.
Soon we shall be covered by wheat.
Did you say wheat?
This frame again.
Wheat.
The question is, have I learned anything about life?
Mm.
You know, if it turns out that there is a God, I don't think that he's evil. I think that the worst you can say about him is that basically he's an underachiever.
Why?
After all, you know, there are worse things in life than death. I mean, if you've ever spent an evening with an insurance salesman, you know exactly what I mean. The key here, I think, is to not think of death as an end, but think of it more as a very effective way of cutting down on your expenses.
Okay. Yeah, it very much feels like the Seventh Seal. Yeah, in a really funny way. But yeah, interesting. This movie is basically an allegory for love and death, and maybe, you know, trying to find some meaning in life. Yeah, this is definitely the Seventh Seal. This had to have been inspired by the Seventh Seal. Well, guys, this was Love and Death. Well, obviously I hated this movie, absolutely. I mean, that's pretty clear, right? No. I loved this movie. I absolutely loved the heck out of this movie. I would say that Played Against Sam is still my favorite. This was just way too surreal, in a way, you know? And I didn't expect it to be as silly as it was, but it worked. It worked. I don't know when was the last time I laughed at a movie so much as I did this time, so that's a good sign, you know? But I think I should watch this movie again, because there were some very, very deep philosophical questions that were asked in this movie, and unfortunately, you know, the dialogues are going by so fast that it's really hard to digest those thoughts and ideas, you know? So, because, you know, they're just being cut off by a humorous line, you know, and whatever, and you're laughing your ass off suddenly. But there are so many great philosophical questions in this movie about morals and just the meaning of life itself. And what if there is no meaning, you know? And if there is no meaning, then why aren't we doing things we are basically... So what I mean is, why aren't we doing things that are basically inside of us, you know, like bad things that we all have? I'm pretty sure we all have our thoughts, you know, sometimes. And maybe it's the moral side of us that prevents us from doing these types of things. And but if there is no meaning in life, then what's the point of having morals, right? And things like that. It's really interesting. So I really appreciate that Woody Allen's movies are just as entertaining as they are, you know, food for thought, basically, you know? And yeah, I absolutely loved this. I mean, Woody Allen was amazing in this movie. Diane Keaton, once again, she was just tremendous. So, hey guys, thank you so much for recommending this movie for me. This was amazing. Thank you so much for watching this movie together with me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe, and see you all next time at the cinema. Bye.